Alright, hello there YouTube. This is Mr. Pokemon 907 and welcome to this is now effectively episode 29 should be of my Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak playthrough. I should be a lot more focused now. I've got my ears all blocked off from the outside noise, everything else that could get in the way, I do believe. So let's just get on with this. Yeah, so I did some, as I said in the previous episode, I did some grinding on I did some Mizutsune chaining, let me just call it that, because some people are really messed up in the head, and I'm just going to say, if you know not what I'm talking about, it doesn't make any sense to you, then good. But I'm just going to say some chaining. I did some chaining hunts on Mizutsune. I got the entire build except for the arms, and the reason is I found myself at a standstill and it definitely has to be a part of this episode. I need some materials from Somnacanth because there's a Jewel Blade now. It is a sleep element. It can send opponents to sleep, monsters to sleep. It has the sleep element on it. And yeah, that's the only thing that takes a while here. This thing definitely needs a Switch 2 edition for sure. Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak needs a Switch 2 edition. I'm quite sure. I'm out of wonder for why the Switch 2 doesn't have it as yet, but you never know. Maybe it is being worked on. Gorgeous already, but could look way better. So as you can see there, I can't move the camera around at this point. Big ass wings on this. I'm definitely going to change that skin once the Sunbreak area of the game unlocks. I'm going to show you something as well that kind of proves that this save file is gaining access to the DLC. I just need to pass the gate, which is past HR7, to unlock all the features and stuff for this save file. My personal save file already has Sunbreak unlocked, but yeah. So that's more balanced now, looking a lot better. All right, so let's see. I think it's still a bit bright though. Yeah, so turn that down a bit. Then try balancing again. Turn this down. Alright, I think that's better. So if I go here to side quests, optional subquests, this says if you're hunting large monsters. I'm sure if you do not have access to the DLC, it would not be saying large monsters hunt high rank or master rank. If it's a master rank monster or a high rank monster, you'll get your bonus here in these little optional side quests, sub quests that you can do for the Hunter Hub, right? So that's a sign right there already that it is, all right. So I'll show you. I've been chaining Somnacanth as well, low rank, whatever else. So both the armor and the weapon that I'm speaking of need Somnacanth materials. So you can see here it says quality Fin. I'm not even sure which monster it is, but I think it is high rank Somnacanth. I'm quite sure it possibly most likely is. That's all I need for that. I've got everything else here equipped. And I do not know why. Alright, I think whatever. So I have everything else equipped. And I just need the arms now. Right, so the weapon now that I'm talking about, this Jewel Blade, it is the Smivy 3, which is interesting. From the Smivy, it is particularly maybe because of the Bunny Dango, the food area. This thing goes all the way to 210. I'm sure the Somnacanth sedative is exclusive to high rank Somnacanths, and that's where we are right now. That's where I am. So if anything, I'll be killing two birds with one stone. If it is in the flooded forest, I'd be able to get those slacked off hides, craft this. This is the 190. This is the 190 model of the stealth dango. Then get the perfected dango when I get those Somnacanth materials. So that's what right away I'm going to be doing. I already have this electric and paralysis weapon equipped. So just going to go on ahead and yeah. So as well, I've got an idea for, I was saying I promised that I won't be doing episodes that are kind of redundant, but for the sake of this YouTube series, so that I won't have to go back after Master Rank, I'm going to be doing the village quest of the monsters I didn't do before, just so that the cutscenes can play out in the episode. I'm going to do an episode maybe next after this, I'm going to be going back to the village quest and doing all the monsters I left out, just that I can run through the cutscenes and have that completed before going on to Master Rank, which is the DLC. Alright, so and again, once I begin the DLC section of this game, I'm going to be playing another game alongside this, because you know that game is cruel. Monsters take a while to kill, even when you have just the weapon that is on score with the current monster you're fighting. Everything takes a while, so one episode at a time, and I'd be uploading like one episode of another game, like next door to this game. So the 2 episodes still each at a time I'll be uploading, but one of this and then one of some other game. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. So just going ahead here, high rank Somnacanth. Alright, first time fighting high rank Somnacanth in this save file for sure. And hopefully I get the materials that I need. Let's see, so quest info, and this is in the let's see, lava cavern, sadly, so I won't be able to hit 2 birds with 1 stone. But I'll just, after this hunt, just do an expedition in that area and get the Slugtaff, the whatever the hell you call them, hides. Alright, so, oh boy, excitement. Alright. And this still feels weird to me because being in Master Rank, had this game for so many years, is like, it feels odd going into a mission and there isn't like a bunch of dogs and you feel a bunch of cats. I've got like 2 other hunters running around behind me. It's just me and this feline and this canine. Is odd. it's freaking odd. After just playing only Master Rank, mostly for like months upon months upon months now. Yeah, so another something I've been thinking about whilst, you know, like doing all that chaining, those monster chains, those monster hunt chains and stuff for this episode. I was thinking, this is Monster Hunter Rise. This is something that I believe a lot of people never thought about, never thought of. It didn't pass their mind possibly, but the industry, both film, movie, both Hollywood and the video game industry, are, I'd say, fused by now. And the one thing that Hollywood is obsessed with is doing something that you won't guess, right? So everyone, that girl, let me just say, no spoilers, the Smithy, the main Smithy in Monster Hunter Wilds, that girl, she has a jacket on that I'm quite sure used to belong to that man, the Caravaneer from Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on Nintendo 3DS. And he's a very iconic, when I say a very, I mean very iconic character. And you'd get the idea. Then there's this female, I think she's part of the Ace Hunters, or she works alongside them at least, that she pops up in Monster Hunter Wilds at some point as well too. And everyone would get the idea, yeah, we're going back to the area in Monster Hunter Wilds. But haven't you thought about the fact that the word rise and the word ascend is the same word, just in a different way, right? And something about those ruins, the Great Ibushi, the certain monsters from this game, I would not be surprised if Wilds is DLC, because I mean, all right, let me put it this way, all right? We had World on PlayStation exclusively, Monster Hunter World and stuff like that. And there's certain games over the period of the years where you find certain video games being like Nintendo exclusive, and then certain games end up being PlayStation exclusive, right? So World, I would not be surprised if that was to launch as well on or never launch on Switch 2, and we only get Wilds, and I'll explain why. So the being, you know, that nature of them always making certain titles, the Nintendo titles, and certain titles, the Sony titles, right? How am I going to put this? So we recently had Stories 3, right? And it's on Switch 2 as well, as you get the picture, right? But if I'm correct about this rise and ascendance being the same word, yada 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 yada, and the fact that Switch 2 is getting Wilds as well, it would not be crazy to think that Wilds was always designed with, you know, like some of the content from here they're like fusing they're like making sure that they're launching on both company systems now that Switch 2 is just as powerful. I really think that's what's going on. So instead of having this thing being, exclusive, Monster Hunter Stories 3 is on PlayStation as well as Switch 2, right? Is it? It's not a Switch 2 exclusive, is it? Exactly, right? And believe it or not, Monster Hunter Stories 3 is a prequel to the literal plotline of this game. Like after a few good years after Rise, got me saying Rise, after Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection happens, the story of this game begins. This game is like the distant future from that, that kingdom being destroyed and all that shit, and all the death and decimation, the Elder Dragons, yes, the Elder Dragons. You fight Amatsu. I'm not spoiling anything, but you fight Amatsu in this. So we're already, we Nintendo fans, we Nintendo players are kind of lucky, I'd say, because we're already acquainted. There are a lot of people, I'm quite sure, who skipped Rise because it came from its support from Switch. It's gotta be shit. I'm not getting that. Yada yada. So they might not even know what Amatsu looks like. I mean, Amatsu didn't originate in this. There's Frontier, Monster Hunter, and stuff like that. Amatsu is in that as well, but Amatsu would be quite unknown to them. A lot of monsters that are exclusively in the most recent years, I'd say, that would only be known from this game. I really think is a very high chance that the DLC is returning here. I would not be surprised if PS5 is the PlayStation system, as well as this obviously, is capable of having two entirely different physics engines in one game and stuff like that. We already have the brace booster. I'm gonna carefully slow the footage down from the teaser trailer that we got over a month now, weeks or whatever. The brace booster uses, I'd say, energy, some sort of energy source that is very similar to a lot of the energy source builds from weapons in this game. So I find that very interesting. So I just see, long story short, I see a lot of things adding up to, this is definitely going to be, how should I put this? This is dark as hell, man, to be honest. So I'm just gonna brighten that. Oh, that is gorgeous, though. Holy shit. And yeah. Anyway, so Rise is definitely crossing with Wales more than likely. It is very likely a freaking possibility. They already gave us a prequel. Why would they spend the amount of money they do on building a game that is all about being a prequel to Rise if some sort of Monster Hunter Rise 2 isn't launching, and or the DLC of Monster Hunter Wales is technically going to be Monster Hunter Rise 2? This is, everyone is going back on money right now, smartly, being a bit more going a bit easier off fire cell stones. I definitely need those. Magma light deposit, right? So there's a weapon in there that I have that needs upgrading, and is going to be reaching the 200 mark around there, and it needs fire cell stones. So definitely from this area. So what I'm going to do, this is a really cool. This game is awesome, to be honest. Like this game has everything. So I'm just gonna sniff them out, and I'm going to be looking for fire cell stones and confirm. And all those blue spots are where I can possibly get fire cell stones from on the map. So the dog right now, the Palamute, is actively sniffing them out. It already knows I already got one. That's the first time I got one in the game. I should have been thinking about that, but too many things all at once. But if I would have actually seen in here, checked if I could sniff for it before I even saw one, and I doubt. So, but I found one just now. Now the Palamute has the scent, and I can actively, yeah. So that's the, wait, up here? Gotta be up here, right? There's a blue spot, man. What's this? Yeah. So that's another one. Possibly, like I said, I didn't get from that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check some more areas. And this is two birds with one stone situation here, because I can find whilst I'm searching for those, I can find these. right? So my health is already maxed out now, good, and I'm actively looking for those fire cell stones as well. Get some speed on this Palamute run. All right, so there's one here. All right, so I got a firestone. Good. Come on. I think there's one up here. And this isn't too much a deal because I'm fast enough. I could definitely get some damage off on this thing as is needed. There's definitely one up here then. Yeah. And this is more than likely, yeah. Firestone. Oh my god. Am I sniffing the right freaking item? Fire cell stone. I keep getting firestones. Alright, game. Quit being a bitch. Get me my item, you piece of shit. You piece of dang shit. Well, look at this though. Like, this area has like 4 or 5 of them in one spot. So definitely gonna be useful. Stop it, game. Stop it. Get me my damn material. You know what I'm looking for. You do know what I'm looking for, quite literally. Alright, so I think it is, there's a little corner up here. Yeah. I'll crawl down through here. And there we go. So there's one here. Jesus, game, the fuck. Alright, I think I'm done with this. I think I'm going to be searching for that off screen. Video games are designed a lot of the time just to burn our time, our hours, and you can tell this is something the game is doing that is actively about taking my time. So no, I should have gotten at least one of those again. So fuck that. I'm done. Pop, just you know, no more sniffing out, and just find this freaking Somnacanth and get this over with. There we go. I'm done. I'm done. That's a bunch of shit. So yeah, so like this is all I need for the Mizutsune armor, and as well this is kind of interesting because I'm quite sure both of them are kind of like water main monsters, and I think both of them have like species wise, I talked about this in my previous episode. A monster could be designed more so as a more feminine species, although the male can look just like it. But both of them is feminine designs, and they are Mizutsune and Somnacanth. I'm quite sure they're freaking rivals. This is what I'm getting at, right? So it's going to be so odd. Like, if I was, you know, thinking about editing this, like, whilst talking, you see footage from something else. There's this scene, the opening scene, I think it's Monster Hunter Generations. When the Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, when the monster notices that one of the hunters has on like Astalos pieces, it kind of like looks at them like, what the fuck? And the camera actually focuses on the monster's face to show that expression like a close-up. The monster's glaring at the hunter like, the hell? So I guess that's gonna be a similar situation here. Is like, you veering, is that means what? That it could roar and be all extra angry. Hey, imagine it mistaking me for a literal Mizutsune, its rival. So I got free meal as like one of the abilities on the armor I have equipped right now. There we go. There we go. There we go. You're angry bitch. Got an angry bitch right here. Alright, so this is, I'd say, the last ranking before DLC. So things are going to amp up, and like I said, I'm going to be doing one episode each from there because the monsters are going to be too freaking tough. They're going to be, everything is going to be very sensitive. I have to have the perfect weapon to use per quest. I've got to have the perfect armor. When you have a risen armor, now that's going to take a while to even reach, you know, to get there. But when you have a risen monsters' armor, those armors are so strong that, you know, like, you can be weak. Say it could be an armor that's weak to water or whatever, it wouldn't be affected as much. But I'm just going to be using like main monster armors and building those, so I'm going to have to be swapping around between different armors. It's going to be quite interesting to watch, I guess, different weapons, stuff like that, and it's going to be very tedious. So I'm going to be, long story short, getting those episodes up is going to take a lot longer. So like sometimes an entire week, or so before you could even upload. And that's why I rushed this and made sure to get these, because then I can have time to myself, do whatever else, and not really getting in the way of the episode, because like the freaking monsters do take that much time sometimes to, the game gives you. I was just looking for freaking fire cell stones and the game wasn't giving me any for shit. And that's just one example. So imagine you're fighting a monster and the percentile chance, the chance of getting a particular material you need is like, say, 20 something percent. 20 something percent every hunt? What? Not even 50? So there's a very low chance, just chaining a monster all the freaking time for like one material piece is going to be, especially master rank, a monster can take up to like 30 minutes or 40 minutes to slay. And I'm capturing those, like that could be down to like 15, 20, but that's still a lot of time, alright? That's a lot of freaking time. I've been getting these monsters slain in like, and I don't even have master rank weapons yet. This is still high rank. And I've been getting those things taken down in like 20 minutes. I don't even have high rank even, because I think the weapon I'm speaking of, that sleep weapon, I need to get those Somnacanth materials for, is a high rank weapon effectively. And yeah, I think this weapon here, you could easily say is a low rank. I've got it upgraded, but this is like still 100 and something in attack power, so I would classify this, although this is technically a high rank weapon for the upgrade I gave it, I'd say this is, it started, it wasn't a question mark in high rank, in low rank I should say, so this is a low rank weapon for sure. So imagine when I get a high rank weapon, these things are going to be decimated. I'm too quick with these drill blades, man. So, but for what I'm getting at, when I get to high rank, my bad, when I get to master rank, it is going to be, everything is going to slow down. An entire episode could be me just fighting one monster, and you saw, for those of you who are following this series, the ranks, right? Asks for you to take at least up to 5 monsters from that ranking needs to be taken down before you can progress to the next rank. So think about it, one monster taking up to a freaking hour to kill, and and I make sure that my episodes never reach 2 hours. I just go in like at least an hour and a half, so I can only take down one monster each episode. So it's gonna be, and then I've possibly gotta go chaining a monster now that I could get its materials to make the best armor for that time port rank I'm at, and chaining that could take hours. So yeah, this series is gonna slow down so much that I'm gonna be starting another game alongside this when I get into master rank for sure. This is going to be a side game, then not the main, all the episodes going up for that sort of stuff. Because it made no sense me just, alright, oh, there. Still, whoa. Shit. Damn. That was a nit. So imagine if I got the, dang man. Alright, so let me just use this, and that's what I get for not focusing, I guess. Weapon needs sharpening already. I was trying to do a monk slash. If you don't know what it is, then you haven't been watching my episodes, or you don't, go all the way through, whatever it is. But I was trying to do a monk slash just now, but the input, I took that risk. My health is already capped. Good, I knew it. I gotta be rushing things too much. I'm trying my best to rush this, that I could do at least one more monster in this episode alongside this. I'm only like 20 minutes in, so this is good. This still looks good already. Yeah, I think I'm being listened to, all that empathic ability. It isn't, I usually record my episodes like late or into the morning that, I'm not possibly being listened to, spied on, people are sleeping, that sort of stuff. There's no privacy in this freaking island where you live. Like, everyone's house is like all squeezed together like, in like sardines. The only thing separating you is either a fence or a freaking wall of galvanized something. But everyone is malicious, man. So I wanted to do this when people were sleeping, but everyone is still up. So I'm slightly distracted. Although I have my ears blocked, imagine if I didn't. I'd just be hypersensitive to everything I hear, and yeah, it's not so bad now though. So this Somnacanth is going down. Oh shit. For sure. I mean, that slap barely did anything. Come on, bitch. Come on, bitch. Oh shit. Gotta get over here. They're doing that special move. Then explosion. Yeah, yep. I know I could have gone straight across, you know, get the full body slash, but yeah, I knew why I did that. Of course, I know what I'm doing. Alright, shit. No, wait. It's like, once your energy bar is already low, the hunter is literally unable to like do anything after landing. And that's going to be less of an issue once they get to master rank. There are going to be a lot more things. The Smithy, and when you see her, whoever is watching, when you see her, you'll understand why I have this theory that she possibly is the same girl, Smithy, in Wales. There's this little girl in 4 Ultimate that she leaves her home to go with the hunter, the main hunter, and the caravan, and she has clothing when she's a little girl is very similar to the clothing that the hunter Smithy in Rise Sunbreak. When we get to Elgato, she has on clothes that are the same color scheme. She has a similar face, of course. I wonder if she is, but everyone might think, you know, like, she's more definitely than just some freaking descendant, maybe a daughter or something. Hell's no, right? No, her hair isn't gray like the Smithy in Not Yet, right? This is my theory. Those big, I think they're like dwarves. They're based on dwarves. These big fat guys. They've got like big beards, and they may be living for like thousands of years, and it's normal to them, hundreds of years. Maybe some of them are over 1,000 years, and still. You'd want to know how I know this, but it's kind of obvious. Certain text details, how they speak, culture wise, they live for like a while, right? They don't age. And somehow, I think one of them is actually, if that is actually his daughter, then he somehow got mixed up with some human female. And this little girl, she calls herself Little Miss Forge. She is his daughter, but she's half dwarven, so maybe she can't age as much. And what happened there is she left them to go with the caravan, and maybe she, you know, not being normal, she doesn't age, she kind of maybe put on a different I'd say identity, right? Maybe a different name. And yeah, that could explain why she has a different name from the Smithy in Ray Sunbreak. She's going through the freaking generations, and she's still living somehow. Either her hair got gray, or she dyed her hair gray, because Rise takes place in the Dynasty era. This is like the olden, you know, like the ninjas, the age of the ninjas and all that shit. That's why these hunters are so like flexible while running, using wire bugs. This is literally that era, right? And Wells now is the era of, I'd say, just before Street Fighter, before Ryu was born. So that's why all of a sudden they put Akuma is a DLC in Wales. He meets up with the hub center and stuff as a freaking literal. It's so cool, right? But what I'm getting at is that those are years. When I say, I mean decades, maybe even hundreds of years apart, and she's still living. So that she doesn't draw too much attention to herself, she changes her name. I think it's possible because all of those guys, all of those dwarven men, those smithies, right, in 4 Ultimate, they don't have gray hair. Their hair doesn't have to go gray so early. So they just, you know, they're not thinking about it much. But she's a female. Females tend to draw a lot of attention. You know, she could be called a freak. Whatever else, she sticks to the caravan. As possibly why she maybe doesn't even have a freaking life. She sticks to whatever hunting guild and it builds for him. When you look at how she speaks, behaves, that's like her entire life. And I do believe Little Miss Forge, this is my theory now, Little Miss Forge from 4 Ultimate, that little girl, is also the Smithy in Rise. Sunbreak, as well as the Smithy in Wales. So she is not aging. Like all the guys who go, like, I don't know who started that trend, if it's someone from inside the, as a joke, like saying how hot she is. Like once you start something, everyone is just gonna go on it, even if they're not as attracted to the character. They say the crew is attracted to the character. Subconsciously they say that, but long story short, someone started that as a joke maybe because she's possibly 500, 600 years old, and she's old as F. It's just that genetically she can't age. So yeah. And that's why I think also we're going back here, because maybe something happens. She knows Elgato. She knows either Elgato. I think we're going to, because we only see the side of it. We never get to see the entire island. That actually, because we live in the, when we're using the Elgato base, we're actually living on the back of the island. Like inside the island was decimated, and there's a lot of like lost, destroyed, ruinous land in there where the kingdom was, and they just set up base at the back of the island after all that, and they have like a lot of bases elsewhere and stuff. Being that it's Switch 2, being that it's PlayStation 5, it's a way bigger game. I would not be surprised to think that we end up, because in a sense Elgato is connected to Kimura, right? And like some exciting shit is nearing, man. I'm telling you, people, man. This is going to be possibly, that's my theory. We're going back here, where I am right now. So, should I capture this thing or should I kill it? I think the cool thing about this game, though, I don't want to be sent shit. Fuck it. I just said it and it happened. I was trying to jump above, do something. Alright. Thanks. So only because though that never happens to me, but it's just I'm focusing on my. That's gonna be a blast wave of the same sedative. So let me just get my distance. So hopefully, because that would be nice. I like that a lot. Like seeing this area, but in more detail, and maybe getting the wire bugs back and stuff like that. That's gonna be hype. Even if not the wire bugs, at least getting to see the Citadel again, but in more detail, and it would explain a lot, like quite a lot, from what I've been seeing. Why is the caravan? Why is the Caravaneer shirt on this bitch? Unless she is Little Miss Forge and she hasn't been aging. Things I've been thinking about for like a while now. And I've been thinking about starting it for Ultimate, because for Ultimate now is, I'd say, the programming for a lot of stuff. A lot of people are saying they believe that like Pokemon X and Y, Pokemon Sun and Moon, those games are coming for Switch 2 as well. You never know, right? But long story short, a lot of programming has been worked on, already perfected for that. A lot of stuff has been perfected already for like monitoring, and I know what I mean when I say monitoring. For monitoring and actively running 3DS games on the system so that they run properly, they've found a way to fully actively simulate how the 3DS operates the graphics engine. So like let me explain to you what I mean, because there's a lot of gibberish talk by now. Like it just sounds like nerdy language. All right, so you've got a phone, or that's not what I was talking about, but let me just see. You've got anything at all that's running the game, all right, and it has, say, the screen has the capacity for 120 hertz, and it limits itself to 90 hertz, but it can go above 90. Just a few or whatever, but it limits itself to 90 for performance reasons, right? Let's just say that the Nintendo 3DS, most of its games can run 60 hertz. It has a capacity of 60, but some of them run at 30 hertz, right? So yeah, right. Now the game itself is running at 30 hertz or 60 hertz, and you have this phone that is pushing it. The game is designed to handle a display speed of 30 images per second, not 90, not 60. You could have a lot of inconsistencies, glitches, audio desyncs. The audio, like I was playing for Ultimate for the longest while on my don't worry about it. But I was playing for Ultimate for the longest while, and whenever I get around to a cutscene, the audio was always out of sync with the video. It's annoying. I'm running this thing at like better resolution, better display speed, but my videos are out of sync. I was thinking that it's maybe a power issue. The device isn't powerful enough, but hell's no, I was so wrong. The system, you know, you can get a computer that's fast enough, and you know, it has other, but when you get a console now, it has drivers and stuff like that. I could swap between in the emulation. You know, I could find ways to go, you know, like to bypass that by using the computers is like graphics drivers, right? Or whatever is whatever runs the video feed. It could change the programming and make it easier on itself. I just missed that shit. I was just gonna ram the, cause you know you can use it to get some extra damage off. Shit. Anyways, it is very complacent. Like the game is made for what it runs with, especially Nintendo 3DS games, stuff like that. And I'm gonna get back around to this. It's still gonna make sense here. I'm playing a Switch 1 game on a Switch 2. This is gonna get exciting. You're gonna want to listen to this. All right. So the 3DS now has its, obviously that was a system that was made in 2010 and it started sales in 2011. They're kind of old by now. It was kind of limited hardware wise, right? So the games now were made to handle just that. They weren't made for like strong PCs and stuff like that. So if you're using a console now, right, this console is for piracy, against piracy, to make it very difficult for people to hack them and stuff, to make it very difficult for people to modify them illegally. They use their own hardware and nothing else. Anything that is needed, and if anything, if running a 3DS game is going to use just the 3DS BIOS and that's it. So the games are going to be very limited to whatever hardware the original system used. And you know, now that they perfected having the system being able now to literally run the game exactly as it does on a literal original 3DS, it's going to be easier then for the system to run it without problems. We already have Game Boy Advance on a Nintendo Switch 1 ages ago, Nintendo GameCube now with no problems. We've got Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube, NES, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Super NES, or people call it SNES. We have everything else there, right? Game Boy Color, Game Boy. But the 3DS is very complex, and what they managed to do, like, I'm thinking about starting a 4 Ultimate playthrough right now alongside. I'm thinking about it, but I think I already have the perfect game here playing, you know, plot-wise for the. It's been how many years since I played a Pokemon series for my YouTube channel? So many freaking years. It is crazy. I started like a few years ago, over a year ago or something. I started Brilliant Diamond for this channel, and that was being that wasn't, you know, the best, right? But I found a way to get it to run, and it was, you know, even on the Switch 2, the game had a few issues, and that were eventually patched out. But point is, the system is perfected now, and that's what I was waiting for, pretty much. That's why I'm using a cam. I wasn't using. I've got issues. All right, so I don't have any faulty wires or anything, right? But if you're using a Nintendo Switch 1 and you have a television that is like of a certain technical type, the television, in a sense, like using HDMI capture cards and all that, I could have easily done that. But I just went ahead with planning on using a camera and recording direct, because not even hardware wise, this is a lot. Right? Is a lot. Quite a lot. But long story short, the Nintendo Switch 2 does not natively run Nintendo Switch 1 games. This is actually being emulated on this Nintendo Switch 2. That's why it can run a lot faster. It's using the CPU and GPU of the Switch 2. It can like produce better visuals as well. A lot of games, Nintendo Switch 1 games, got Switch 2 upgrades, stuff like that. But this is a Switch 1 video game that does not have a Switch 2 edition as yet, actively, like publicly, right? So it's like there's a lot of things I want to do that I can't do, if that makes sense. And the 4 Ultimate stuff like that had a lot of technical issues as well, but I think they're like being worked on, and I think it's perfect now. Like it can watch cutscenes and not have to, the audio and the video is in sync, Alright, so shimmers like I got it. Falling tears of a weeping maiden ushering in a deep sleep. Then a shell plus a robust carapace lures in victims of its beauty and ruthlessly crushes them. Alright. Quality Somnacanth skill that shimmers a brilliant gold on the moonlight. Alright, skill plus. Alright, so cool. I'm quite sure I got the materials I need. So now I can craft the at least the weapon. And the quality fin that I needed, that's gonna come from this possibly as well. Maybe from capturing it instead of, but we'll see if I get some quality fins in here. So I'm gonna slowly go through the items and see what I got. I'm like 40 minutes in, holy shit. Almost an hour already. And that's only one monster. So you see what I'm getting at here. This is like, oh my god. That took way too long to slay, did it not? Right? Oh my god, I was doing else before, but yeah. This series is going to slow down from here quite a lot. One monster an episode, one up to two, depending on what I was doing. If I go back then and I comb through the village quests in an episode, I think I'm going to do that. Request completed. Alright, so let me. Alright, so let's see what I can get. I need the quality fins for the arms still, but let's see if I can forge. If you heard noise upstairs, like I said, people are still up, and I shouldn't have been doing this so early. It's still too early, I'd say. Yeah, so I definitely can't get that. I just need to get this. So what I'm gonna do quickly here, I'm going to the flooded forest in a high rank, and I'm going expedition tour. I already have it unlocked, the flooded forest, and daytime, nighttime, daytime. And I don't even have my items sorted yet. Let me sort these and yeah, put up what I don't need, get some more space in here. And I'm getting the slacked off hide plus because you know it's exclusive to high rank expedition areas. Get this. And is this blurred? I don't know, my screen possibly needs a little cleaning off, whatever that is, but I'm not even getting anything from the supply box. I'm not, I'm just getting these and getting back out because this is all I need. These big fat creatures here, they've got what I need. I think, let's see where the brush is that they might run to and then they're leaving. Oh, it's over that way, so I think I can get two of them because this one is still, that one over there is still not aware of what's going on. So yeah, slacked off height plus, slacked off, I've already got what I need, but for common sense reasons, let me just get more than I need. Get at least from one more, and then we are out of here. And expedition isn't necessarily, you can see next to my hunter tag name, there's this infinity sign. It says that there's no time limit. You can do as you please in these expedition hunts, and this is a really good way to get like materials. What's this? Oh, there's the bubbles. You can get materials and stuff like that as you please. Just run around, do what you want. So it eases a lot of stuff. I can just go to the menu now, right now, and go to complete quests. Yeah. So that's all I needed. And get this 210 powered jewel blade bunny dango weapon. I unlocked this and I don't even use bunny dango. It would have been a pain for me because I'm not about that shit. I'm not using bunny dango in this game at all. It is literal handicap. It's not necessary. Only people who are bad at the game need to be using food boosts and bunny dango boosts. Oh, a bunch of shit. Anyway, so yeah, as well, the Mizutsune came back, and I was, whilst chaining, I was just like, I want to go and get the materials, but I'm going to leave that, because I think the cat has something unique to say as well. Right, so, let's go get this weapon now, and, yeah, let me get this thing crafted. And Smithy 3, get you, upgrade. Equipping, yes I am, and equipping, and yeah, so 210, just about every monster excluding Somnacanth, because those are the monsters that have like the sedative hormones, the sedative poisons in their blood that they spit at you and stuff like that. Is except for bad guy, great bad guy, and Somnacanth, everything is affected by sleep. So this weapon is going to be quite useful. It's 210. So yeah, this is going to be a major help. Me, God, you know, I'm super grateful that you always stop by the argument. I don't. So there's text in the game that makes no sense for me. By the way, do you know what a quality wyvern egg is? So they're super expensive, hard to get ingredient, but people say they're the yummiest, bestest eggs ever. Imagine if I made bunny dangle with them. They'd be the yummiest too. But it takes so much time and effort to get one myself, not to mention the whole danger thing. But you don't mind a little danger, do you, MK907? You'll get one for me, won't you? Alright, so definitely. Let's go, man. Pop, let's go. Alright, so over this way, just get this Meowcenary bonus items, whatever this cat is ready to see here. There's something here as well. Yeah, to get some legend apples. And so what's going on with this? Did I replenish? Saying nothing for the longest while. Alright, art items, take, because I need my sleep herbs. Speedy bargain, I wasn't using any. That's why, okay. So it's going to take forever to get the Argosy filled up. No, it is. I think that should be fine. No, the time has come. For what? MK907 have quite an important message for you. We have modified the Meowcenary's kites so that they are now able to survey farther off territories. This means they'll come across new different materials to collect. If you have no qualms with it, I'd like to get started right away. Okay. So just let us, I could speed it up, but I've got my reasons. I've got my technical reasons. Let's go, Kezu. Get some Kezu materials. Those are going to be useful soon enough. Quite useful. Alright, so let's see. Select destination. So now the flooded forest. Alright, so definitely doing this. That's Geratodus. The dog just scratching there. And people in this era are very, very lucky, I say. Like, really lucky. These games are detailed. People taking it for granted, especially people who are playing Worlds right now. They're taking a lot for granted, man. Like, or they're born into an era where graphics isn't that special because by the time they were like a little baby or a toddler, they had like an iPad in their hand and they were playing maybe what was it, Sonic Dash or whatever on the iPad, and so they're accustomed to seeing graphics. They won't know what's going on, but the graphics we have today, like, they're going to be taking this shit for granted. They're going to be like, when Wales comes out on Switch 2, it's going to be nothing to them, although it's going to be gorgeous in handheld mode. Don't ask how I know that. But it's a smaller screen. It's not a big blown up television. They found a way to get it to look gorgeous even in handheld mode. More than likely, it's going to be nothing like the blur shit that Street Fighter 6 looks like. And I guess because the Monster Hunter community is like really sensitive to graphics, I found that. At least the younger Monster Hunter community, because if you look at some older, and you're sensitive to graphics, if you look at some older, you might have been saying, what the fuck is he talking about? But I'm gonna explain now. If you look at some older Monster Hunter games, like, the graphics are like hideous compared to today, especially PS2. Oh my god, the first Monster Hunter is like, holy shit, man. But it was never about the graphics, it was about the fun of hunting them, and they were just good enough anyways. Whoa, Ace, you've really been trashing on those monsters out there, starting to look like a seasoned hunter now. But even seasoned hunters need some spicy new Switch skills. I know you're ready to dig in, but I gotta warn you, these new quests I cooked up have got some kick. Like, hey-ya! Each one of them will put you flat on your butt if you're not ready. So you better lace up your tabby. Let's see your tab. Alright, so let's see. We've got the 6-star now added in. Quest for his capture quest, hunting quest. Cool. Maybe as a like side stuff, after completing even the DLC story in the near future or distant future, I'll do those randomly. You know, maybe you never know. I'll be in a much more comfortable position, I hope, and the world isn't going to end, and hopefully not. So I was thinking about this. Should I do this as the last monster for this episode? This episode could easily end up, because it's already 50 minutes in. This could easily end up like a 2 hour episode. I hope not. But this is the really, I'm like really close now to DLC. This is, what is this? This is 6. Then after 6 is 7, right? So I'm really close to the DLC now, so it's gonna be worth it, I guess. I need some quality fins. Alright, so let me see. Let me go over here and jump over to the description for Somnacanth in high rank. So there's no quality fins from this thing. Because if I go to low rank and high rank, there's nothing here that says quality fin. So I was right. I was freaking right. It's something else, man. Oh, holy shit. Where is Geratotus? Is it Geratotus? Holy shit. No. Quality fin. What the hell? Alright, so I'm not even sure where the quality fin is from. I never, like memorized these pieces of shit. I never fought Tigrex in the village quest, and I kind of, so I'll have to go back and fight those. I'm going to definitely, maybe next episode after this, I'm going to be doing a village, you know, all the monsters I didn't fight. I'm going to be going through them literally in one episode. You'll see the climb in power is like massive right now. So I'm going to be, you know, just to show my focus and my skill. I know. I literally just took quite a bit of damage from that Somnacanth, and you're going to say that I'm not up to this, but I am, just as a test, I'm going to be in full focus here, see how little I end up speaking, how much it affects my dialogue, because then if I'm like too much affected here, I can't speak whilst focusing enough, then I'm going to be really quiet in those master rank videos, and it's going to be, you know, it isn't going to make much sense making that a viable series that I'm just, you know, relying on uploading for, if that makes sense. So I'm going to be, let's see, grab here quick, and then just web up pull here to speed up, not having to, you know, run the entire way. Get that, there we go, and here, the usual, right? Every single time I go in the area, I'm doing this, in the freaking area, I'm doing this, but it adds up. Bit of bugs are needed for like some very important stuff. I get some ore every single mission, dragonite ore, carbonite ore, earth crystals. They're like needed for like helping to upgrade armors, upgrading weapons. They're like materials needed, like ore materials, ore value materials and stuff. So it made sense doing this. I'm not wasting any time when I do this. For those of you who've been wondering what the hell I'm doing. You're possibly new to Monster Hunter in the first place as well, if you know nothing about item gathering and stuff. Alright, so getting those, the usual. And this thing is going to be a bitch against my hunter, because this entire armor suit I have on, maybe excluding the arms, because I didn't change the arms yet. This armor is especially weak to lightning, to electricity, and Zinogre is a lightning teddy. Thunder teddy, I call it. Lightning teddy. So yeah. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to focus here like quite a lot. So I'm testing myself, see how well I do here. I do have a sedative induced weapon, but we'll see. I could get it to fall asleep at points and just pummel its face and stuff like that, but we'll see. So any would say that I could pause my recording and just come back but I'm definitely not doing that for reasons. When I come back, when I get my bars like up to snuff, but anything can happen in between there or the monster. I end up just getting some damage off because the two monsters like cross paths, and then I have to be rushing to unpause and then pause again, and no, I'm good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this done. You can see the, and because I know it's like close to an hour and I'm wasting time and I still gotta fight this Zinogre. This Zinogre is gonna be, yeah, but I know what I'm doing. I think I'm gonna be good enough at least for getting this thing slain within half an hour. So, and I've got memory for it too. Do I? Yeah. Did I erase my freaking episode in here? Oh shit. Oh my god, I'm like cool sweating a bit. I don't think I removed the freaking episode from my. Oh shit. The previous episode is still in there. Oh my god, no, this is not good. I think that was like 12 gigs. Oh my god, this is bad. This is freaking bad. The previous episode was like 12 gigs in size. I know, right? Holy shit, right? um yeah, so I have literally half an hour limited at least space on this thing right now. Oh god, let's go though. Alright, so I'm gonna use this, and it saw me climb up here before I get pummeled. I need to raise my my freaking bar. I need to raise my bars. Come on. There's a shit. It's right there pulling in some fungal bugs. Yeah, that's what you call those little green bugs it pulls in. The lightning as well, there's like some bugs flying around because they're attracted to the lightning Zinogre generates. They're called fungal bugs. And they're like materials needed for certain weapons too. Like you can only get them from Zinogre. Anyway, there's a stamina energy, right? And there's one over here. I still got the previous episode like in this freaking I didn't erase it shit in this freaking card. No, I'm quite sure I didn't remove it. I should have. Holy shit, no way, this is not good. And I can't go check either because I could end up stopping the recording. I can't go looking for the files, if that makes any sense. I can't go looking through my files either, so I'm stuck just hoping that I've got enough space. Let's see. Then over this way, shit, man. Shit. Alright, so that's why Capcom is a piece of shit. Capcom is a way too tedious with their games. It's like everything is like crazy. Like imagine someone who maybe is like a child of like someone from the the biggest companies in the world or something like that, right? And they have no reason to be too stressed out, worried about anything, and they got like all the hours in the world. This game, I'd say Capcom is quite damaging to people. Maybe video game is becoming that bad. Like people are saying that video gaming is becoming a luxury. Literally, video gaming is becoming like a luxury privilege because one, the games are very expensive now. The systems are very expensive as well. The games take way too much time. So unless someone has a lot of time in their hands and they only gotta like do some like maybe like some classes on stock exchange, their dad or mom is making sure that they're on cue with that and stuff like that, that they can inherit and manage a certain part of the company, blah blah blah. The only people like that are going to be playing like soon from now, maybe in the 2030s, is going to be crazy, right? Because look at the amount of shit I've got to do in this game just to get my bar up before I fight this thing. I'm already an hour in and I barely did anything. No, this is not healthy for someone who's struggling with like a really bad budget and they always got to be at work. And video games ain't for poor people no more, man. Like it's sad, but video games are not for poor people anymore, or people. I shouldn't use that word. People who are middle, because even middle income people are struggling. So imagine the low income. No, this is really bad. This is really freaking bad. This is like impossible for a lot of people. So what is the freaking sense, right? What is the sense? All right, Zinogre, you bitch! I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna kick your ass. I mean, let me set these here because these could be useful in the master rank when they need to get to the area like as quickly as possible. You'll see why. Ah, it saw me shit. Anyways, Use this. I could have easily used this. I just wasted a freaking welding steak. Anyone would see it, but look at it, huh? Free meal. It wasn't used then. You can, when you look here, yeah. It's still 9. Alright, let me get this thing down. Kick this thing's ass. Get over here, puppy. I ain't scared of you. Yeah, not scared of you, bitch. So this armor has some sort of effect where it bubbles, or I don't know if it's for affinity or whatever else, because I was looking at the abilities. Whatever the hell it is, that's why I've got bubbles around me all the time. It's not a defect. It's like some part of the ability of the freaking oh shit, I was hit by that. I was hit by that. No man, alright. Me. And my Noberry got that lightning off me like shit, because Thunderblade is not good with a water freaking armor at all. Ah shit. Yeah, so I actively just dodged out the way. I've got good enough reflexes. I was aiming for the monster, but the second I realized it was attacking, I was like fast enough to push right instead of forward and dodge that shit. I won't go it. And I was still hit. I should have been out the way, right? I should have not been hit by that at all, right? Let me use my potion, man. This is gonna be stressful as hell. I'm like an hour in and 1 minute. You gotta die, man. You gotta freaking die, man. Come on. I'm good enough to do it, and I'm challenging myself here because if I can't deal with this with an armor that is at a disadvantage, I would not be able to handle master rank at all. Well, oh shit, nope. Let me just catch myself, man, and focus. I'm gonna be talking way less, but let's do it. So this thing is, we see 5, and I haven't been attacking much because I've been getting you see what it was doing, right? Alright, so gotcha. Dodge that. Dodge that. It's running for some reason. Oh, it's actively hunting actually. So get some damage off with this Rathalos. This is Rathalos, right? Rathalos ain't one fucking turf war. It is Rathalos. Holy shit. Good. Rathalos is gonna get some damage off in this thing for sure. Okay. Did it leave? What is this? Okay, good. Good. I could have easily used the heavy attack, but I could have been I could have been like kicked out the ear or something. Reflexes. I know what I'm doing. Long story short. So you want to take a while, but only got him. Good stuff. Then the fire blast. Then the freaking fire blast. There we go, sweet. Oh shit, you're done. Done, bitch. Ah, God. Okay. Dodge out the way. A teal slap? Seriously? No way, man. Alright. Ah, shit. That's definitely a slash, right? Yeah, that was his sleep just now. I just had him, Good. So see, this is useful. Where you got this crafted. I am not about being lightning struck. Alright, get my attack boost from that. Lovely butterfly. And dodge. Not about being lightning struck at all right now. Got him stunned. Good. So he's asleep. get this off. So what I'm gonna do with a lot of master rank monsters, even especially, I'm gonna, when it falls asleep, put it in a trap, and then it just pummel its ass. Pummel it whilst it's in the freaking trap. You'll see, man. It's gonna be hilarious someplace. Yeah. Pummel it to destruction whilst it's in the freaking trap. I was trying, but the combo was still going. That's why a lot of some people don't like it for that reason. But once you have good enough, you could, you know, plan your moves and stuff better. You've got a proper brain. Like using Joe Blaze is, you know, not an issue, quite much. Ah, come on. Come on. What's it doing? Oh, it fell asleep. So I'll just give you a sneak peek of what I'm talking about. So I set my trap here. It has to fall in. Because it's like right there. Get some free damage off. Yeah. And what would be cool, because usually trank bombs are needed for capturing a monster, right? But if a monster could be captured, and you just set a trap, you don't even need the trank bombs. Like, if they made it that the game does that, that would be so freaking cool, man. You know, you just use the trap, and then it use this sleep weapon, and it captures. That would be hilarious. Yeah, that would be a kill if it was hit by that, for sure. So this dog just saved my hunter's life. Or career, if this was like, you know, not just a game, like quite sure career would have been over, man. And from what I saw, I don't know if it's like a alternate timeline thing. Every time you faint in certain missions, like your hunter maybe lost their career, but a lot of hunters speak about, you know, it being over for them and stuff like that. Just how they use their words, I guess. Losing against a hunter, you know, maybe they age as well. They're not viable anymore, if that makes sense. Ooh. Get out the freaking way, good. The tree was actively blocking me too. Alright, so this thing is annoying as hell. And this is only high rank. This is not even 7-star. This is 6-star, right? And this thing is still being annoying as hell. I mean, this isn't doing the most damage. Like, look at it. But I should be freaking using it. This is 200 and something in attack power. And I'm still struggling to get off like a huge amount every second. So imagine master rank. I've got to plan and work on what weapon I'm going to be using. I need that blast, a nice weapon. I know what I'm talking about. There's a weapon you get from Teostra. You'll see. Teostra is like a fire lion. This thing is running again, so possibly soon over. Soon done. Looking to capture this because I don't need to slay it. I'm not looking for any particular I'd say armors pretty much. So although the freaking armor for this thing is going to be really useful, you know, in master rank, the master rank Zinogre outfit is quite so useful, like, I kid you not. But as of right now, man, yeah, this Wig went ahead, although I'm using a water. I've got a really good reason. I need these materials, man. I do need them. I actually do need them. Come on, what's wrong, bitch? People might know what I'm referencing here. Some other content creators. What's wrong? Still can't move. Look at him. What's wrong? LOL. So, yeah, he down again. So, this is hilarious as hell because this should not be working. This should not. Fuck you. They got in the way. Why is this working? Oh, it broke out. It broke out. Makes sense. Is he sleeping again? So I was poisoned by that little bitch, wherever the hell it is. But actively just heal myself. I'm fine. Where the hell is this thing? Oh god, what? I forgot. So this states a full freaking trek across the map and goes all the way to the other side in one jump or two jumps or some shit. So I've gotta get myself launched over this way. So all the way over here, you get this. You know, maybe it's got defense. I need attack. Yeah, what else? So Jesus, gosh, man. Ah, I'm good. And over here, over here. Jesus Christ, these games are way too fucking big these days, man. Too large. These games are crazy, man. This is fucking annoying. See you, bitch. Zinogre, bitch, piece of shit. It's over, man. It's freaking over, man. Come here. Come here! I got him toppled. What timing, right? I'm really on. Look at the damage now. Like, yeah, now it's working, bitch. Now the sedative is working through. My bad. You know, that evil laugh is a joke too. You know. Come on. All right, so this is, I'd say, the first example that I still can kind of focus whilst doing this. That's a risk there. I could have been struck by the lightning and, you know, maybe stunned, and because the armor can't take lightning too well, and I could have died there, but I had that planned, I promise. I had that well. Nope. Yep, I knew it. Shit. Come on. Always dodging everything, you annoying bitch. Ah. And if it was master rank, it'd be doing, or if it was like an Apex Arzuros, it'd be doing like a big slash as well, more than likely. And a big one. And with this armor struck by an Apex Arzuros slash, I would have been dead. I'm doing a lot more damage now. I think I heard it. I broke the scales, I'd say. So I think I'm fine. This is more than likely going to die in like maybe 2 more minutes. Because this is not a weak weapon, and that is hilarious as hell, because this is literally like bunny dangles on sticks. So this shouldn't be working at all, but you know, Capcom cartoon world kind of shit. It's like a comic book world. I don't know if you know about the comics that they made for Luke, the character from Street Fighter 6. Like, that shows it off quite a bit, that they're like designing plot and detail now behind the comic style world. So, oh shit, that was close, man. And yeah, oh, watch it. I knew it. That could have been bad. Come on. Oh god, not me. Come on, puppy. And it's running off the scene. So we get this. I need to sharpen. Come on. Okay, good. And I think it's done now though, because this is like 3 times in. So Tobi Kadashi's out, and this thing ain't even minding the hunter, just getting out the freaking way. So I think this is in rage mode. Yeah, this is definitely soon finished, done with. Alright, so Teal. Ah, I knew it. Teal slap. Ah. The shouting from the hunter as well, like, makes a lot of sense. Ah. yeah, I'm not a fool, so I knew to get out the way just in time. I need to use my potion, man. I want the freaking material good. Ah! Come on. Die, 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 die. My camera can't take much more of this shit. I knew it. Fuck. Use my no berry. Get this Thunderblade off of me. Oh god. Oh, the energy. It's trying to bring more lightning that you could change form again, but this thing is going to die, man. I think I should capture it though, because oh my god. Ah shit. Alright, at least I wasn't stunned. I was lucky for me, or it was over, man. Or it was freaking over. So I was done being so like reckless. Done. I was saying, man, it's tired. There's a very low chance it can change form. So it was trained before and missed because it's tired. But then the second time it got it. So, and I was telling myself maybe not, but damn, it still changed form. There it is. I just used both of my. So the good thing about this game is, thanks to the wire bug, and I'm going to be showing this, I know why, I could easily do. Oh yeah, I can't do it whilst I'm still in a fight. So I've got to get away from it first. At least they limit you somehow, or it would have been ridiculous. But I've got to get out of its path of sights and senses. And can I yet? Nope. Oh my god, I was holding on the R button as well. Alright, so I've got to get out of the way, and I think it's just below me. Yeah, so main camp, because that's the nearest camp. Start or plus on a switch, plus just a Y button, and then yeah, let me get my because I kind of wasted them shit. Let me get my, yeah, I'm gonna sort these back out after the mission. So after this, I'm done for now, and I'm gonna be going on and versing the rest in the episode after. There's a lot of stuff that I need to do, you know, to get myself truly ready for rank 7, and let me see how fast I can get myself back over here. I should have used the cave, right? I know, but whatevs. This thing went way above the freaking the freaking waterfall. So dang annoying, man. I think I've got like an hour and a half, like max. So I'm like 17 minutes in, man. I'm barely scraping this shit. Oh my god, I'm scared as fuck. Like this camera could just close off at any point. I think. Alright, so all I've got to do is like snag it and then trank bomb its face, I guess. So I don't think it's gonna run. I hope it doesn't. Come on. Ah, shit. Gotcha. So 1, 2. There we go. That was stressful as hell, man. That was stressful as hell. Alright. with the Mizutsune, hopefully the arms. I feel if I had a full Mizutsune armor, I was dead as hell, man. I think so, to be honest, man. I would have been stunned, more than likely, and just gone. If the arms from Mizutsune arms as well, it could have been over. So, whoa. So Zinogre Jaspers. Okay, cool. Alright. So that's one more down. And yeah, so if you like the episode, you like what you saw, heard, seen, whatever's, then leave a like, click that like button, and give a thumbs up. MK907 and a large wave of rampaging monsters is closing in on us. And when the serpent Ibushi is driving the horde from behind, your task will be to slay the beast. Wait, what? That's what he was saying, right? Fuck this shit. The villagers defending the stronghold will do their best to draw Bushi out. As usual, you'll be standing by inside. The calamity that threatens Chimera ends today. Alright, MK907, our fate is in your hands. Now go get to it. Perfect. So I took that down and at perfect time because I'm ending here. Next episode we're going to be taking on the Serpent Ibushi. This is like getting really close to endgame for the main story. Then I'm going to be taking on the DLC after. So yeah, if you like, leave a like, click that like button, give it a thumbs up, as well as leave a comment if you do please. And the button that says subscribe, that really should be saying follow because it is free of charge. All you're doing is going to be following my channel. You're going to be subscribed. No, you're going to be following. They shouldn't be using the word subscribe because too many subscription is mostly well known to be for services that need to be paid for, right? So they really need to get on that and kind of change that, I do believe, to say instead, you know what, I'm actually gonna leave these behind here, right? So I had the traps above here, like right next to my food items, but I'm gonna keep them at the back. It actually makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of freaking sense. So alright, so this and this. I'm just gonna put these up for now. Return that. Then 2 of these. So yeah, so if you enjoyed, yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you're watching. This has been Mr. Pokemon 907. Until next episode, yeah, laters.